I'm here today with a real quick one, actually. Somebody asked me about this particular movement. We'll call it a movement. It's a bit of a passive movement. I teach it sometimes in my classes, and it can be really nice for bringing some ease into the shoulders and the neck. So I probably don't need to tell you that as a population here in the West, there's a lot of kind of head forward rounding, especially as we grow older, compounded by looking at our phones, driving, working on the keyboard. We start to have this kind of roundedness. The shoulders come forward, the head maybe pokes forward, or the head starts to come back because, you have to look up. And we can get a lot of tension in the neck and in the shoulders. And this is just a little movement. I do it sometimes when I'm feeling headachy or I'm getting some achiness here. Sometimes just when I'm working and I feel like I'm getting kind of slouchy. So you do need a strap with a buckle. And so I have a couple different straps here. This one has a plastic buckle. So you can see this is the top, kind of rounds down, and it has slots where I can attach it. So that's one kind. And then there's also buckles that have the D-rings. Okay, so either is fine. You need it to be like average length, not super long. And so we call it the figure eight. And here's what we do. So I'm right-handed. If you're left-handed, you may need to switch it around, or maybe you're probably competent enough to figure it out. So right hand, the buckle is pointing down, and I bring that strap with the buckle pointing down over my right shoulder. And I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to reach behind to find that strap. There it is. And I'm going to bring it across my back and underneath my left arm. Whoops, lost it. So if I turn around, you can see it's crossed my back. And then I'm going to take that strap and nonchalantly or jauntily throw it over my shoulder. Okay, so now it's come under my left arm and over my left shoulder. And I'm going to let this hang out. I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to reach around, find that strap, and I'm going to bring it across my back again underneath my right arm where, oh, look at that. It hooks up with the strap. So turn around. So I've got a crisscross here, or a figure eight. You'll see that when I take it off. And so we're going to loop it up now. So if you have this kind of strap, here's where it's connected. You're going to put it through the middle, coming over, and put it through the one that's closest to the pointy end. And then we're going to snug it up. Oh, so let me just show you with the D. I didn't want to use the strap because it's really long, but if you're going through the D, you put it through both rings and loop it back under. Okay, and then you can snug that up too. So we're going to snug this up. So it might take a couple of tries. You can use both arms. We want it snug. So you want to feel there's a little something happening here. So we don't want it here. Let me show you gapey. It's just kind of hanging. There's space. So there's something, but I don't want it to cut into the skin or even the muscle. I don't want any kind of feeling of heaviness or fullness in my hands or tingling. That's a sign it's too tight, or maybe it should just come right off. And so what is this doing? This is drawing my shoulders back into a more neutral position. Instead of me using a lot of muscle of force and holding it, so basically forcing them back, I'm just allowing the strap to do its stuff. So I'm not trying to help. I'm not trying to fight. I'm just allowing it to draw my shoulders back. And let me turn sideways, and maybe you can see a little bit that there's less of this going on and more of this. So I mean, could I ratchet it up? I could, but then that's going to start to become really uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable. Because what I want to be able to do here is just breathe and just let it happen. You could just sit watch TV. I sometimes do this when I'm working. If I'm feeling, as I say, headachy or slumpy, my shoulders or neck are bothering me, I'll just put this on and I'll, keep doing my thing. I may have it on for 5 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I don't know how much longer I would go beyond that. I think it starts to maybe be a bit much. But you could also play with, doing maybe some side bending or just let the arms hang out. Or maybe some twisting. Or as I say, just sit. The important thing is that you're going to breathe and you're going to let it be easy. And when it comes time to bring it out, you're going to loosen up the strap. So for these guys, if you lift up the bottom edge, it becomes easy to pull it out. For the D-rings, you can kind of work it out. It gets loose and we just slide it off. And then you can see that I've got a figure 8, hence the figure 8. And then just take a moment to notice what you notice after doing that. My shoulders feel lighter, softer. I don't know if you can see a difference. Go back to the beginning of the video and check my shoulders and check them at the end. So I'm going to give that to you one more time in case you missed it. So at the end, your strap will be twisted, so you'll want to undo it anyways for the next time. One more time. Over the right shoulder, reach around with the other hand, cross it over. It comes under the opposite arm. Nonchalantly throw it over. Find the other hand around, bring it under that arm. So over, under, with the crisscross in the back. Hook it up. Snug it up. Breathe and enjoy. So have fun exploring that, and I hope you find some ease in your shoulders and neck. Have a great day.